Hey, ever looked in the mirror and felt like you're just not cutting it? Worried about that ticking time bomb that's bound to expose you in your high-paying programming job? Or maybe you feel like all your achievements are just blind luck? Well, guess what? You're not the only one. In fact, a study from Blind revealed that 58% of tech workers experience those exact feelings. That's more than half the folks in the industry. And guess where these people are working? Tech giants like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta, just to name a few. Yes, even the best of the best in the tech world sometimes doubt their capabilities. But why does this happen? Why do so many talented developers like yourself feel this way? And what can we do to combat these feelings? Well, let's talk about it. Before anything else, what is imposter syndrome? Now, I know some of you may know this already, so feel free to skip ahead using the timestamps below. But for those that don't know, imposter syndrome is this nagging feeling that you're a fraud. Despite your achievements and skills, you don't deserve your success. It's that constant fear of being exposed as a phony. Now, you'd think this feeling is tied to severe underlying issues like mental illness or depression, right? But that's not always the case. While mental health challenges can amplify feelings of imposter syndrome, the core of this phenomenon often springs from our immediate environment, recent life changes, and core behaviors. Now that we understand what it is, let's uncover its triggers. Imposter syndrome isn't a one-size-fits-all. It varies depending on our personalities, experiences, and how we handle stress. Now, although it's different from person to person, there are 5 common profiles or archetypes that we see when it comes to imposter syndrome. So let's talk about them. Number 1, the perfectionist. They're trapped in an endless cycle of self-critique, always striving for an elusive standard of perfection. Even the smallest of errors can shake their confidence, making them question their competence and worth. Number 2, the superhuman. For them, every colleague seems superior, leading to feelings of being an imposter. Their coping mechanism? Overwork, extra hours, extended weekdays, and weekends, all to convince themselves of their worth and to hide their insecurities. Number 3, the soloist. They believe that to truly prove their worth, they must handle everything alone. Asking for help or collaborating is seen as a sign of weakness or incompetence. In their eyes, true success is achieved solo, even if it means struggling in silence. Number 4, the natural genius. A blend of the soloist and perfectionist. They define their value by the ease of their achievements. Naturally gifted, they often shine without trying. Yet, when truly tested, they wrestle with self-doubt, leading to procrastination and self-sabotage. Number 5, the expert. Driven by a thirst for knowledge, they're always after the next certification or training. While gaining knowledge is beneficial, the expert often bypasses opportunities if they don't feel fully qualified. This can lead to procrastination or even avoiding tasks altogether, hindering their potential and growth. Now that we know the different types of imposter syndrome, I think it's crucial to understand that this isn't just theoretical. It's a very real and personal experience for many, even professionals at the top of their game. I believe sharing our stories can be therapeutic and helps in realizing that we're not alone in this journey. So before diving into the tips, I want to take a moment to share with you a chapter of my own life when I battled imposter syndrome. Now, if you want to skip ahead, feel free. I'm not going to take it personal, maybe just a little bit. Alright, so let's take a trip down memory lane. When I was first learning to code, I signed up for an online bootcamp called General Assembly. It was an all-in full-stack web development course that spanned around 3 months long. Now looking back at it, I feel like it wasn't the best bang for my buck. Don't get me wrong, the instructors and mentors were top-notch, truly outstanding. But $18,000 to learn to code is crazy. If I say so myself, it's just crazy. How I'd wish I'd done more research and try to find another route, because that money is equivalent to a brand new Nissan Versa. Meanwhile, I'm still stuck in my '05 Hyundai Tucson. I guess it is what it is. Okay, so our group was a mix of about 30 eager beavers, all chasing that golden ticket into the tech world. And it didn't take long for me to notice that it felt like some of the other students had coding in their DNA. They'd effortlessly wrap up assignments while I was wrapping my head around why my API was playing hard to get in my in-class assessment. I truly didn't understand why they were so far ahead of me at the beginning of the course, like day one, like setting up your environment. Everyone was ahead. As days passed in the boot camp, I couldn't shake off this feeling of just lagging behind, this feeling that I did not belong there. I just wasn't prepared enough. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't smart enough. While my peers seemed to effortlessly grasp concepts, I just found myself clocking extra hours to just keep up. And that was kind of the pattern. I was just overworking because I felt like I had to catch up to them. That was the only way. Instead of recognizing this as a learning curve, I unknowingly slid into the superhuman archetype. Determined to prove myself, I'd overwork hoping it would mask my doubts, and it really didn't. And this wasn't fueled by passion. It was just a desperate bid to suppress that feeling of imposter syndrome. The honest truth is that it took a toll, not just on my well-being, but how I viewed my place in the tech world. It almost gave me a sour taste in my mouth about the tech world because of my insecurities. I would eventually go on and finish the course, seeing as it was $18,000. But in the end, my time at General Assembly wasn't just about learning the code. It was about battling and overcoming these thoughts, these insecurities that I had. And looking back at it, I am so grateful for it. It taught me so much about myself and how things are supposed to be done and how you're supposed to grow as a person, because that's really all we're here for, to keep growing. But enough of my sappy story. Let me get into what you guys are here for and the tips to battle imposter syndrome. Number 1, recognize that imposter syndrome is a persistent battle. Everyone, even the highly successful, face it. Understanding its persistence will help you push through. Number 2, identify your imposter archetype. Recognize your specific triggers and signals to break the cycle. P.S. We go in depth on all of this in the full blog post, linked in the top right-hand corner. Number 3, rest is crucial. Fatigue can amplify anxiety and intensify imposter tendencies. Number 4, when doubt or perfectionism strikes, analyze. Are these concerns genuine or are they just in your mind? If they're real, then you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to tip number 5. Number 5, talk openly with friends and bosses. Many times your worries aren't true, and just talking can clear things up or fix them. Number 6, let others help you. You're not alone in this journey. Welcoming assistance can lighten the load. Number 7, avoid comparisons. Remember, everyone's journey is unique. You've earned your place. Number 8, keep track of your achievements. Savor each victory. If uncertain about your progress, assist others. What's that old saying? The best way to learn is to teach. Number 9, embrace discomfort. With the growth mindset, value your problem-solving ability over sheer knowledge. Alright, that's a wrap on today's video, all about imposter syndrome and the ways to navigate it. If this video helped you out, please drop it a like. Have any personal experiences or strategies to share when combating imposter syndrome? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. One more thing, this video was inspired by a blog post on the Zero to Mastery website. For a deeper dive and more insights, make sure to check that out, linked in the top right-hand corner. Until next time, and always remember, facing imposter syndrome means you're growing. Believe in yourself and your journey.